So this is just kind of a for fun logo that I did for my buddy Sebastian, or you might know of him as Trooper Effects here on YouTube. And if you don't, look in the description, there's a link to his channel, but chances are if you've watched any content on YouTube, you've probably come across his work before and probably just didn't know it. He's a super talented motion graphics designer, and he's got a real eye for timing and movement in motion graphics and 3D and such and After Effects, and he's really good at what he does. But this is one of those logos that we talked about doing in the past, and it just kind of fell off the radar. It just, people get busy and schedules collide, and we just never got around to putting it together. So I finally was feeling comfortable enough in Illustrator to do something with using the blob brush tool, and jumped in and drew the Stormtrooper helmet. And it kind of dawned on me, it was kind of weird that even though I grew up around Star Wars and I was a huge fan, I had all the original toys, and I vaguely remember seeing Empire in the theater when I was, I don't know, I must have been 4 or 5. I've never drawn anything Star Wars related, and that just seems odd to me because I used to draw all the time growing up, and I drew everything else except Star Wars, I guess. But the Stormtrooper helmet is one of those very unique, rare designs that kind of stands the test of time. It's there's no way, in my opinion, to improve it. I've just seen different takes and styles of it, and usually they all look pretty cool. I don't know if mine does, but the ones I've seen across the web, other artists and designers tackling the look of this helmet, they really turn it into some cool stuff. And like I said, it's one of those designs that it's easily identifiable. You know what it is if you have even remotely heard of Star Wars. The Stormtrooper helmet is one of those things that is very iconic for that whole industry. So it was a lot of fun to actually sit down and draw one. Now the process I did here was I sketched this time around. I sketched everything in Photoshop, and then using a tablet, I use a Wacom tablet lately, and then jumping into Illustrator and using the blob brush tool to do half of it. I colored it with the blob brush tool a little bit, and then flipped everything, mirrored it and flipped it, and created the entire mask, and then just kind of did some colorizing on it. After that, I take the entire vector shape out of Illustrator and paste it into a Photoshop document, and that's where I added a little bit of texture and just some text and some layer effects to just kind of make it pop a little more. So that was the process for this one. My process seems to change all the time. I'm always learning, and it just kind of, there's no real rhyme or reason to how I do anything, I guess. It just kind of changes depending on what tools I end up using that day. So, but anyways, hope you like it. Go say hi to Sebastian for me, and I've got another artwork video coming up here shortly. So keep an eye on the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Talk soon. Bye.